This is game number 4 for both of these teams as they cap the second week of the 2019-2020 FPHL season. The Rumblebees and Mentor tonight will cap a 2-game weekend series here in Battle Creek and as many nights. The first time the Rumblebees have stepped outside their division against East Division competition. For head coach Clint Hagmeyer's contingent, it's game number 4 of a season in franchise broaching 5-game homestand. In fact, Battle Creek is actually playing 8 of its first 9 games here at the amiable Climbs and Environs of the rink Battle Creek. For the Rumblebees, this is their second of 4 consecutive collisions against this Mentor club. The second of 3 at home being staged here today. Fourth one will be a week from tonight when the Rumblebees embark on their first 4 nights excursion of their young franchise history when they trek to Mentor next Saturday night. For the Rumblebees, this is their 4th game in a 57-game schedule. Their 4th of 24 at home, and all 24 of their home dates are on weekends. A very appealing schedule in their initial season in the FPHL. Tonight, Battle Creek and Mentor meet for the second of 7 meetings this season and the second of 4 to be waged here in the Cereal City. November represents the Rumblebees' most ambitious schedule of the season. This is their second of 13 games in November and their second of 6 at home. 7 more on the road. In fact, this month of November is culminated by a rather grueling 6-game road expedition for head coach Clint Hagmeyer's Aggregation Nation. For the Rumblebees, this is their second game when they step outside their divisional boundaries. They enter tonight's action still in quest with zest of that initial elusive Ryan. The Rumblebees are 0-3 in their first 3 outings, all here at home, and they've been outscored by a rather colossal cushion of 20 goals to 6. They entered tonight's action in last place in the FPHL Western Division, the only team without a victory at 0-3. And as we mentioned, they've been outscored by a wide margin of 20-6. As for these Icebreakers, they have won 2 of their first 3 starts to collect 6 points in a first place tie in the East Division with Watertown. And while the Rumblebees are playing game number 4 of an extended 5-game homestand, the Icebreakers are playing game number 4 of an extended 5-game road sojourn. They will open their home schedule a week from tonight with, again, Battle Creek furnishing the fractious foes for them. Meanwhile, for the Rumblebees last night in game number 1 of this 2-game series here in their 4-game series overall, last night it was the Mentor team disposing of the Rumblebees by a rather lopsided margin of 7-2. It was game 1 of this extended 4-game series. It was a Mentor 4-goal unanswered second period uprising that spelled gloom and certainly ruin and doom for the homestanding Rumblebees. In fact, the victors actually choreographed 5 consecutive goals, 2 on the power play and 1 short-handed, to fracture a 1-1 tie that the Rumblebees had created late in the opening period. Right wing John Petita, Kent State University's all-time career scoring kingpin, spearheaded the victors' 7-goal onslaught with 5 points, including a power play goal, his team high second short-handed goal, and 3 assists. Petita's goals were his second and third of the campaign. His line mates, Parker Moscow and Declan Conway, also inflicted lethal damage as that high-tech, high-octane triumvirate accounted for 5 goals, 6 assists, 11 points in the Mentor marooning of Battle Creek. Moscow scored the game's first goal at 1:35 of the opening period and then registered an encore. Even 9 seconds earlier at the start of the second period at the 1:26 mark. His second and third goals of the campaign. He also added an assist while Conway scored the game-winning goal, his second of the year, and 2 assists. Defenseman Brody Duncan engineered a power play goal and an assist, his first of the season. Henry Berger capped the 7-goal attack with his first of the campaign from defense for Mentor. Meanwhile, for the vanquished Rumblebees, the Swedish import rookie right wing Carl Munson notched his second goal. His goal late in the first period was the game-tying goal. It represented the first time that the Rumblebees had tied a game. Otherwise, they have always trailed. For Munson, it was his second goal this season, and both have been struck in each of the last 2 games. He is the first 2-goal cannoneer for Battle Creek. Center Eli Kinsman notched an unassisted goal late in the third period with only 20 seconds remaining. The Rumblebees power play, which had been a light in the window thus far in this early season, is certainly closed down last night. It was precluded to the tune of 0 for 6. It's now 3 for 20 on the season, 15% proficiency, falling to 9th in the league. Meanwhile, the Rumblebees penalty killing unit continue to be extremely vulnerable. Last night, Mentor, without a power play goal in his first 2 games, struck on 2 of its 3 opportunities. Rumblebees have now surrendered an inordinate, exorbitant 8 power play goals against in their first 3 outings in only 17 opportunities aboard the adversary. Their penalty killing unit ranks last in the league, operating an efficiency rating of a rather lowly 53%. For a third straight game last night, Battle Creek was outshot by a rather distinct margin. Mentor outshot them last night 45-18. Jake Mullen, the beleaguered and battled Battle Creek goalkeeper, in his third straight start, repelled 38 shots and suffering the setback. The Rumblebees' premier defenseman and leading scorer, defenseman Vinny Susi, incurred an injury midway through the second period last night, did not return, and he will not be in action tonight for the Rumblebees. Susi leads the team in scoring with 3 points, 1 goal, 2 assists, with all 3 of the Pittsburgh natives' points produced on the power play. In the scoring through each period thus far, the Rumblebees have been outscored by a rather mammoth margin. In the first period, 4-1. The second period, 8-3, and in the third period, 8-2. Battle Creek has been outshot 66-14 in their first 3 games in that fateful final frame thus far of this season. Meanwhile, for the Rumblebees, that entered tonight's action in 5th place in the West Division. Danville on top with Carolina. Both teams are a perfect 3-0 for 9 points. Fort Huron is third with 4 points with a record of 2-1. Then it's Columbus 1-1 for 4 points, followed by the Rumblebees. In the East Division, on top, these Mentor Icebreakers, they share that distinction with Watertown. Each team's with 2-1 records for 6 points. Then it's Delaware 1-2 for 3 points. Danbury 1-2 for 2 points, and Elmira 1-2 for 2 points thus far this season. After tonight, the Rumblebees will continue this 4-game series with the Icebreakers right back here next Friday night at 7:35 at the rink. Battle Creek. That will cap the Rumblebees season opening 5-game homestand, and at the same time will wrap up Mentor's season opening 5-game 4-and-ice excursion. The same 2 teams will complete the 4-game series a week from tonight in the Rumblebees' first 4-and-ice test when they travel to Mentor to be hosted by the same Icebreakers. Head coach Clint Hagmeyer has effected significant changes in his lineup tonight, including 2 new player acquisitions. Both of those players will be making their Battle Creek debuts tonight. The Rumblebees tonight have infused left wing Vlad Polyashov, the Russian, and right wing Anthony Miller in their lineup. Polyashov was obtained on waivers from this Mentor team. Miller comes to Battle Creek by way of a trade with Delaware. Meanwhile, Lee J. McGinnis is expected back in the Battle Creek lineup tonight after missing last night's game as he was felled with the flu. He'll wear number 91. For the Rumblebees, not in uniform tonight, center Eli Kinsman, left wing Kyle Quick, defenseman Vinny Susi, and left wing Cliff Ogle. Ogle is serving his second suspension of the season after he amassed an astronomical 29 penalty minutes last night, forcing his early exit, his eviction from the premises, and the Mentor 7-2 maiming of this Battle Creek club. So Rumblebees affecting some lineup changes in an effort to find the winning formula tonight at the expense of this Mentor club. Tonight's action, Saturday Night Hockey, live from the rink, Battle Creek. Hockey night in Battle Creek, it's Saturday Night Nitro. It's the Rumblebees and Mentor. We're back with more after we pause for a moment. This is Rumblebees Hockey on 102.7 FM, the Fat One.
You check things all the time, like your email every 10 seconds, or your ex's Instagram. But what about checking something as important as your credit? Well, Discover makes it quick, easy, and best of all, free. Discover is now offering FICO credit scores to everyone for free, even if you're not a customer. And checking your score won't hurt your credit. We call it the Discover Credit Scorecard. And once you know your score, you should check to see if your current credit card is the best fit for you. Check your credit, compare your card. Go to discover.com/credit scorecard. Limitations apply.
Terry Fickle and rejoining live from the rink, Battle Creek. Before tonight's action, it's Rumblebees and Mentor. The Icebreakers enter tonight's action, sharing the top perch in the FPHL East Division with a record of 2-1 for 6 points, and they have grudgingly surrendered only 6 goals against in their first 3 outings. Mentor on the road play their first 3 of 5 games thus far this season. Last night their power play came alive at the expense of the Rumblebees. Mentor, in dividing a pair of games last weekend on the road in Watertown, saw their power play extinguished on all 6 of its opportunities, but it came alive. It was reawakened from its somnolence, its swoon tune, slumber number, and trance dance last night. They percolated the tune of through 2 goals in 3 opportunities, their first 2 of the campaign. Meanwhile, the Mentor penalty killing unit continues to be extremely effective. The Rumblebees power play was held at bay. Last night they were 0 for 7 through their first 3 outings. The Icebreakers have surrendered only 1 power play goal against in 19 opportunities afforded the adversary. They're ranked 3rd best in the league. The Mentor penalty killing unit is operating at a supreme efficiency rating of 94.7%. Also, Mentor has scored short-handed goals in their first and third games of the season. Right wing John Batista has choreographed both, including one here to really spur Mentor's 4-goal unanswered second period uprising here in Game 1 last night. Batida and his line mates, center Parker Moscow and right wing Declan Conway, are the top 3-point makers on this Mentor team. Batida with 7 points in 3 games on 3 goals and 4 assists. Moscow, who amassed 68 points last season with the Long Beach Bombers in the Western States Junior Hockey League, has 5 points, including 3 goals. Conway, who delivered the game-winning goal here last night, has 2 goals and 2 assists for 4 points. Pat threesome has accounted for 8 of Mentor's first 11 goals thus far this season. The Icebreakers have been spearheaded by the superior goalkeeping of Austin Rodebush. Rodebush has been in goal for all 3 games. He cards a record of 2-1. His goals against average of 1.68 is second best in the league, while the save percentage of .944 ranks third best in the FPHL. Head coach Ian Duncan, the former All-American at nearby Bowling Green State University and former NHL star with the Winnipeg Jets, has his team's engines tuned to a fine purr at this stage, the early junket of this campaign. We expect tonight that Joel Eisenhower will receive his first start of the season in goal tonight for the Rumblebees. Eisenhower is a 24-year-old second-year pro. He had a brief stint last season in the ECHL with the Reading Royals and also saw service last season with this Mentor team. He is a second-year pro from Lebanon Valley State. We expect Eisenhower, the first player ever signed by the Rumblebees franchise, to receive the starting goal tonight. We are still awaiting the starting goalkeeper tonight for Mentor. It'll either be Rodebush, who has been splendid, or the rookie from Troy, Michigan, Braddock Ott. Tonight's action is live from the rink, Battle Creek. It's the Rumblebees and Mentor one more time, and when we come back, the Rumblebees captain of Off Ice Officials, Mr. Barry Smith, will join us next. This is Rumblebees Hockey on 102.7 FM, The Fat One.
Cooler weather's around the corner, which means your ride better be ready. At AutoZone, we've got the free services you need to drive with confidence, like our free battery testing. If you're having trouble starting your car, head to AutoZone, America's #1 battery destination. We'll test your battery for free and help you figure out the real issue, so you don't spend money on stuff you don't need. To learn more, visit us online at AutoZone.com. Restrictions and details in store, based on data from the MPD Group Incorporated. Car care track 12 months ending December 2018.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Okay, you know how it feels when you've saved enough for that long-awaited home edition? Now imagine an addition on that addition. Whoa. That's the feeling with Capital One, where a new savings account earns an interest rate 5 times the national average. That's right, 5 times, as represented by 5 times more singers. This is banking reimagined. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Rate comparison based on FDIC national rate. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
Around 4:30 before the referees, before the other team get printouts of the rosters. The entire evening's choreographed. right down to the minute, starting at 6:30. We know that the puck drop is at 7:35. We go back from there. National anthem is sung at this point. Visiting team takes the ice. Make sure the penalty box attendants are well versed in what they're going to be doing that night. Making sure the scorekeeper, the clock operator, is aware of the new system that we just took out this year. Making sure that the public address announcer has the list of sponsors, list of employees. He has his talking points, the name of the person who will be doing the ceremonial puck drop. So all of this stuff happens way before the initial face-off.
And Rumblebee's organization entrusts you with organizing all these activities as the captain of the off-ice officials.
Yes, they do, and it is quite an honor. I'm sat down with General Manager Adam Steele maybe 6-7 weeks ago when I first saw the announcement that the team was coming to town. We talked about what I could possibly help out with, and then he said, "This is your show. Find us some people, train them, and the opening weekends in October, let's be ready." So using social media, using contacts from when I previously lived in Battle Creek, I was able to put together a crew and get everybody situated. So opening night, we were ready to go. Had some first game jitters, just like the players would, or the coaching staff. But it is an honor to be able to look at the GM, look at the team, and say, "I've got this part. You guys worry about the other stuff."
How's it gone so far? Are you enjoying it?
I'm having a blast. Yeah. I'm actually an insurance agent, full-time.
Have you found any new prospects? I know insurance agents are always prospecting, and they try to turn suspects into prospects. Have you gained any success?
Well, if my manager is listening to this, then yes, I'm always prospecting. But the reality is, I've been too focused on making sure the games go off without a hitch to even think about what I do for a living. But this is a fantastic break. It's a mental break. This is fun. Hockey's been my favorite sport my entire life, and just being part of the team atmosphere. The officials are a team. Obviously, the teams are a team. The coaching staffs make a